Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Laundry Room Podcast. This is episode number 2. How the hell are you? I'm your host with the most that loves to eat toast and isn't afraid of no ghost, Roxy Tumbledryer. And today I am joined by the one, the only, the fabulous, the truly scrumptious Trudy Scumptious!
Hey!
Hello.
Try not to touch yourselves with my sexy voice.
The sesky voice? Seskia.
Sexy skexy. It's my new word for when you're super sexy. Skexy. As in get your skex off.
Imagine somebody had one of those like speech impediments, like skex off, you show me how sexy you are.
Do your 66 sausage shoppers. That's my favourite.
66 sausage shoppers. Going down to 72 Serpentine Street.
Are you getting shows?
Have you been serviced before? You need to really like lather up your mouth. Like lather up.
Stop that dirty talk.
Have you lathered up your mouth for the sexy times?
Have you got lots of saliva in your socket?
Saliva? Saliva sisters? Two lesbians that kiss. Hi, we're Saliva sisters.
Hi, we're Saliva sisters.
We just are so different. So,
but very similar.
Yeah, we chest feed off ours.
Oh God,
that's so weird. I've always thought that sounded weird. But anyway, how the fuck are you?
I'm good.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on. We did have Pauletta Stiletta last week. Shots were fired.
I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet, but you know, I don't need to read Pauletta because life read her. Okay. And let's be honest, we work with her. She can take it on the chins.
There's many. They're like steps to work.
Pauletta's Chins to Work program.
Yeah, like, right, everybody, where do you want to work?
Paul.
We were saying that she was in the middle of anything. It could be Dress Belfast Spa, TikTok, or doing any of the gigs, full drag. And in the moment of the quiet part of the song, all you hear is Paul.
It's so funny. If she's doing a ballad, we'll stand and watch her at the side just to see if we can find a moment to go Paul.
Paul. Or we've like Chrissy on, and sometimes like on Cormac.
Oh, that's the ultimate shade for a queen when you call them their boy name.
The actual boy name.
And also if they've called the queen their boy name and they look and they realise they've give the game away.
They're fucked. So my actual name is Tarquin whenever I'm not in drag. I want to hear people scream Tarquin. Got y'all.
My name's Paul.
People do get you confused all the time. They come up to you and you're like, I am Pauletta, and you're nothing but a bastard. So
I'll tell you a funny story years ago, because when even from me and Paul out of drag, me and Edda out of drag were blocked one night in the Kremlin, and these two many a night, this one particular night, these two guys that I've known for years were like, are you two related? And I started a story and fully committed to it. Then I didn't back down, so I basically told them that Paul was my half brother and that my dad his dad had an affair, and we found out about it years later, but they don't know that we know each other and are friendly. And they were like, gays with the drama were like, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, so please don't say to anybody or anything. But then the next
smoking her,
the next day when you wake up fuzzy and all right, I woke up and I went out that night again, and they were there and they were like, about you know last night, how are you? And I went and realised in the moment that I'd lied and got caught off guard, so it just kept the lie going.
Just kept going, like, yeah, he's okay. He's,
this went on for 3 years, and I had totally forgot about it. And somebody said to me again, what about you and Paul? And I went, what do you mean? I went, to be honest, I've something to tell you. That was a lie.
So it all come out in the end.
It's like an EastEnders Christmas plot.
I'm like, who were they? Who did they?
I think it was Brendan and Harry, I think it was.
And for you, just knew, like, oh my God, wow, he's their brother. I'm like, nope. Sorry, I got too deep, and I just had to keep going with that lie.
It's just funny, you know, whenever you lie, and you've said that you've already started, so you're like, I can't lie to get out of it now. I just have to keep going.
Yeah, of course. Like, everybody in my family's dead, and they're all like, go on, Dale, you're brilliant. Like,
but it's also gays will fall for it because they love the drama.
Oh my God, I've drama. God, I think I'm getting old. I'm like, what drama? I literally as soon as something happens, I'm blocked out the door, and I'm like, good night. I mean, put her in the back of a taxi, push herself at the front door. Second time I've mentioned that on here.
This is just your your counselling sessions, basically.
It is. I just like to get it out now. Tell the world. Tell the world. But you should remember that night you had to help me in my hour of need.
Listen, drag queens like to call it a sisterhood, but that night I was home help. It was like
you were.
We got her home.
You were like your Aunt June.
To be fair, you weren't
took her. You just embodied her and go, right, let's go.
From the house of Scrumptious, took it on board. But like, we brought you home, we got you in, and I thought, right, do you know whenever your friends had a couple and you think, oh God, what if they fall?
A couple of leaders.
I thought, like, you weren't as drunk as I've ever seen you, but I just that night got it in my head, no, she's gonna fall, I have to look after her. So we come in and then...
Fuck me falling into the baby gate, don't even have one. Where the fuck did that come from?
We were in somebody else's house.
In a bed, the doors down. Like, who the fuck are you and why are you dressed like a woman? I'm the wet nurse. I've just been sent. What's happening?
So I've basically got you in, and then I thought, no, if he tries to change, so I decided to get you changed, and then realised I'd overcommitted again, and I was like, right, here's your towel, Jane, do the rest.
Take your knickers off and all.
I was like, right, okay.
And there's me in my living room just changing behind a towel, like, here's what I can do.
It was the next day when you were like, how did I get home? I don't remember putting my pyjamas on. I was like, well,
I dressed. I went to the bed, I was like, is that right? Okay. Like, I can remember us sitting in the dressing and going shots for everyone, and then the next thing I woke up in a pish soaked bed. It wasn't pish soaked, it was cum stained. I had a special dream.
I hope it wasn't about me, for fuck's sake.
I dreamt a home help undressed me and give me cocodamol, and I went to sleep. It's lovely.
The sexy phantom dresser.
My God, North Belfast News, please make sure your doors are locked. There's a guy going round undressing you or dressing in your sleep, depends on how he finds you. There's a woman in a wee nightie and you're like, no, not enough.
Here's your house coat and your slippers.
Not even that, you're putting everything together like with your good fashion experience, like, now hold on a wee second, a wee bit of hem there, but lovely.
Upstyling their wardrobe in the middle of the night.
Look at this, Gokwan's been in. Like, I got one for you. But you do love a ham, don't you? We ham and cheese toasty.
Oh God, did you tell them about this before, did you?
No, I haven't mentioned any of that yet. We love a bit of
I can't even remember how we get into that conversation. I think I was genuinely talking about a ham and to Pauletta, and you said, oh, a ham? Yeah, I have a couple of things I need hemmed. And I think it was something obscure like that.
Just ran with fucks.
And then we ran with it like, we were going, oh, look at the ham on her. Like a honey roast ham.
Did you get that roast ham for turkey? Or look at ham over there, isn't he gorgeous?
And I was going,
I'm not sure poor Sapphire, she was doing her ham in there at the weekend. She got pure... What did I say? Oh God, I said a cracker and can't remember it now. I was like,
thread.
Thread to filth. She was thread to filth. That's about the drag race, like cuckoo, so whatever the fuck that is.
I mean, sometimes we don't keep the shade or the reading on stage. It happens behind a lot of the juicy stuff happens backstage, doesn't it?
Like, shout out to Chrissy's nose.
She knows
it. She's got that Jewish nose.
I call her Christine, and I've started that. I used to call her Christine if she was bad, but now she just gets Christine.
Right, Christine.
It's actually my favourite thing to do with drag queens is change their name and give it the full title.
My full title is
Roxanne.
Full Roxanne.
Or as my Surrey likes to call her,
I love that.
Absolute bastard. No, my Surrey calls her calling Roxanne Tumbletrier. I don't, and it's the only phone. Normally, it's just an English accent.
The best accent ever. Calling Roxy Tumbletrier.
It sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire the way she says it.
Hello, dear.
Everybody's a Doubtfire, dearie.
I said it must have been an angry member of kitchen staff. It was run by fruiting. Like, I love that. I used to love that scene. That Pierce Morgan. Well, she did get smacked with a fucking lime. Pierce Brosnan getting smacked in the back of the head with a lime. It's like, it's run by fruiting. I imagine sitting doing that in Union Street. I was sitting at the bar next thing. Okay, I don't like it. Whoa.
I think I have. I'm having a flashback or something.
Fuck, what have you but not done?
Have you ever seen the thing on YouTube where it's Mrs. Doubtfire trailer, but it's made into a horror movie?
Yes.
It's the actual trailer, and and it's so genius the way it's done.
It's actually like what these weirdos nowadays, but like, they're coming after our kids. They'll use it as a fucking an advert against drag queens. I'm like, look, this girl's. Imagine the time it would take you to get dressed up as Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know.
I would just give the kids up. I'd be like, fuck, you keep them.
I love the scene that he's being done up by his brother and his partner.
Matchmaker, Mick and me, Harvey Firestein.
I know, because I never said the other one. Harvey Firestein. And he goes, too much Barbara.
So much Barbara. You look like Mom.
It's genius.
Oh my God, right, I think we need more prosthetics. I do love that accent, like that New York sort of, oh my God, girl,
yeah.
you look so good, what's happening, oh my God.
I'm obsessed with him. Any movie he's in, it could only be for like 10 minutes and it stays it for me.
Imagine your throat if you were trying to do like, oh, babes. It goes from Harvey Firestein in the New London, oh, babes. You want to touch my pie and eels, do you? Oh, pie and mash and eels.
You want to go up my pears, do you?
Have you ever tried pie mash and liquor? This makes it sound so dirty. Like pie mash and liquor. And you're like, liquor, so not liquor.
What's pie mash and liquor?
In London, you know,
is it like, a Cockney Raymond slang, or is it an actual dish?
It's an actual dish. It's like a pie, and then it's a mashed potato, and then it's like this sauce made from like parsley, so it's like watery. Go for anybody from London that's maybe even found this shit, I don't know, but no
wonder their sirs are fucked. The shite's flying out of them.
They're installing like those macerators for chopping shite up. It's like, oh fuck, maybe have you never seen pie and mash?
Well, I've had pie and mash, like, but I don't know.
Not the London
Brandon. No,
Jesus, looks like
pie. It's really East End old type of dish, isn't it? Because what is the eels and what?
There's like eels and, well, in Amsterdam they love herrings. You know, like, you just go along there. Is that the red light district? No, it's not. It's herrings. And it's like,
herrings is fuck.
The whiff of
herrings are Friday morning on St George's Market. Like that's really staunch.
Friday morning. I would not be up that early. And when you're up that early,
I was going home. It just passed on the way.
I was about to say, yes, your Thursday nights. She's karaoke queen. So.
Ended up at a party in the markets with a fucking whole load of schmecks. Oh, St George's hanging in there to get some pies and mash and fish.
You dressed in that outfit from last week. We looked like a very comfortable. I don't know what that was. I love it though. So it was folks, I'm not going to put this on the screen now as we're talking about it, so you know exactly what we're discussing. But I love it. I love people's reviews of it. Were my favourite on your Instagram. It's kind of like, you look like you're just coming to Sports Direct or like a Sports Direct ghost or something. Like,
one of my favourite was Dobby Femme Glam Realness or something.
Yes, Dobby from Harry Potter.
So the idea was I had a white wig and white Crocs and I wanted to wear something white, but it wanted to be comfortable.
So the outfit started with a wig and a pair of Crocs, and I thought, what the fuck? And I fell
in the middle of it. And I was in Tesco's and I thought, right, if I got a big massive oversized t-shirt, but they only had like an extra large and I wanted to be big, so I bought 2 extra large and made the other one into a pair of shorts.
Well, now look at this. This is, if we ever go to war, folks, this is where we're getting our outfits.
But I literally made it and then had to get ready and go, and it didn't really have a good look in the mirror and say, was this my choice? But you know what, sometimes I like just mixing it up. Like,
fucking right, you do. You've come out in some stuff over the years.
You see me in the many sequence dresses. It's time to just,
I know, as we're sitting in my drag room looking at all my tats, I'm like, here's my stuff. You made half that.
Oh, I remember her. No, do you know, like, it's sometimes I think when you're buying stuff for drag, it can all get the same, and because I do so, I like to try and mix that up.
I know, like I remember years ago, like when,
although it did, one of the other ones that somebody said was, you look like the furry up liquid baby.
Oh my god, it did. I actually did with the neck and an nappy, and I'm like a shit out nappy.
Hands that are soft as you clean.
Mummy, why are your hands so soft?
Because I'm only fucking 13.
No, Mummy, why are they really soft? I like to give Dad a wank. Daddy doesn't like crusty hands. Let's see,
mild green, very liquid.
Going back to everything.
Do you not remember your woman that used to do the very liquid dishes, and it was normal concentrated dishwasher cleans this many dishes, but with very liquid you can clean this many dishes. And it was parked bench tables, and then the other table was about 100 miles long.
And I was like, oh, like, thank fuck.
She had a real 80s hair blowout now.
I'm gonna have to find it on YouTube now.
Yes, actually, please put it in.
I love it. She's actually, now we're going right back. She's in her old age now. We're going right back. I'm gonna have to look back all the archives. Like, where the fuck?
I've been having loads of like childhood memories.
Same. I've been finding so much on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, I remember that, the Argus book. Fuck, I used to love it. Elizabeth Duke. She was a queer bitch for selling jewellery, wasn't she?
Oh, I
remember. Or remember all the Millies used to go up to SKS Jewellers in the Shankill to get their
oh my god,
the big Rangers emblem. It was either a cannabis leaf or Rangers album, or the doll, you know, with the rag doll. And the rag doll would have fucking killed you if you swung it, like woo woo. My sister had the cannabis necklace, rag doll, the Rangers, loads of gold, then fucking wiped herself up, sold it and made fucking near 300 quid. I was like,
I used to laugh at the women that used to have their necklaces on and they used to say, you know, like, oh, that was one for every child or whatever.
Yes. You know that coin necklace Maz have that spin?
And then you know how to fight with because they held older brothers and sisters.
Or the Maz, and there's so many necklaces they all start to link together and like, here she come, here goes
like B.A. Baracus.
I pity no fool in Rathcoole.
I pity the fool who pick a my jewellery.
In Rathcoole. You grew up in the ghetto. No, yeah. I love Rathcoole, the home, the place, the estate.
It was mad, like.
Oh fuck, Jesus, was my runabout there too as a youngster, as a wee boy, for a couple of wee girl.
She used to play the flute.
I know,
the flesh flute.
That'll be on the next episode. I can play Three Blind Mice and Little Boy Blue takes up the hoo-hoo.
If you're watching this on YouTube or listening to on Spotify, write in the comments section how much you'd like Roxy to play the flute live. I've been trying to get her to do it for years, and I want
to bring one in for the next couple of weeks now, on a Sunday night, and I'll do a flute section.
An acoustic performance on your flute.
And you can do like an artistic dance beside me in a bed sheet.
1 2 3 1 2 3 float.
Float. Let me see a flute. I'm like, what? I dare you? It's my feminine flute. But yeah, you grew up in Rathcoole.
I did.
Yes, best place. And
Child of the trouble.
Child of the trouble. She was always out looking for trouble.
Causing trouble. I really wasn't. The only trouble I caused was whenever there was the party on the 11th night and I made all the girls in the street do the Space Girls. So there was these derelict flats.
Which one were you?
Sporty Space, of course. I was the lesbian.
It hasn't changed ever at all. No. Just still Sporty Space when we do it.
Sporty Space is my favourite. But there was these like derelict flats and I got all like newspapers and taped them together and had got this ghetto blaster from somewhere and made everybody in the street watch us. You know the wannabe in the video that come down the stairs?
Yes.
Well, these flats had, you know, the ones in my street that have the big steps, right?
Oh my
so God. We burst out of the paper and it done the whole routine on this. It was iconic.
I can picture some bitches or women going, fellas, fucking fruit. Fruit.
Me in a crop top and I had got popper Adidas trousers for Christmas.
Of course,
they
were in at the time.
I stopped at a high ponytail just.
Oh, did you? I thought you would have had a high pony and all going on.
I just wore my hair down that day.
You didn't want to overshadow the other girls. You're like, oh no,
give them a chance. They didn't know the routine as well as me. So.
Oh God, you had that down. Still have that down. You know what I love about when we do drag and we're like, oh, we'll do Spice Girls. Finally, right? The most youngest and newest to drag gets to do Victoria.
Yeah.
She just gets to point and has 2 words like back into the back again, and then we just follow us. Don't even look.
It's so disorientating for them because they actually forget that they've any words to sing and they just miss Victoria's.
I remember I started as Victoria. I remember my humble beginnings as Victoria.
I love Victoria. She's iconic.
That bitch. See her now, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Spelled like an HB pencil.
She's just constantly selling her pencils for fuck's sake.
She's a good girl. So
I love this coal liner because it lines your lips. Yeah, Victoria like the rest of them. But you'd buy it.
Fuck, if there's a bit of coal line at the back, I let you out of the coal bunker. I'm like, do my lips so that I look good. But so tell me this. Tell me this and tell me no more. Are you a fucking bitch?
The reviews are in.
Reviews are in.
5-star bitch.
Well, I tell you what, we'll find out after this very short commercial break if Trudy is indeed a bitch or a bitch. Can't think of anything else.
Or a classy bitch.
Or a classy bitch. We will see you in just a second. Hello, welcome back to the second half of this podcast, The Laundry Room, where I'm your host, Roxy Tumbledryer. I'm joined this week by the Trudy Scumptious, Trudy Scumptious!
Yes, Trudy, Anne-Marie, Sarah Jessica Parker Scrumptious.
Full titles, of course, always.
Or Gertrude if you're nasty.
Gertrude, come in from the farm, you do have to give things to the boys. What are you giving to the boys?
She was milking the boys.
Oh, you have milked many a boy in your time.
Riding the cows.
What? You're bisexual? You ride cows? Fantastic. So here, tell me this and tell me no more. Everyone would like to know. Anyone that's young, all these youngsters now that know nothing.
What?
How'd you get into drag? How did you start your drag? I know we didn't answer the question, are you a bitch? But we already knew that you're a classy bitch.
It's that's an objective opinion.
It is.
And if you think I'm a bitch, you're wrong.
Yes, she's whatever you want her to be.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm a chameleon.
she's man, but she's like Play-Doh. We fuck around the house and you can be whatever you want her to be. She's great.
Passed around.
Your brand new drag name, Passed Around.
Buonasera.
My name is Passed Around.
I'm trying to learn Italian.
Oh, that's right. You still doing it?
Yes, I'm doing the Duolingo every day, but every time somebody tries to speak to me in Italian, I just freeze up and lose my shit and I go, pizza!
Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, it's a place.
Buonasera.
Buonasera.
Which is good evening.
Buenos Aires. That's a country.
I can say, mi chiama Trudy Scumptious.
Oh, what's that mean?
My name is Trudy Scumptious.
Oh.
Vive in Belfast.
You live in Belfast.
Ah, do you know?
I just assumed because you said Belfast. It's like, you live there, do you? Fabulous.
Yes, so I'm loving it.
Fabulous, very good. I can do a bit of some good Spanish speaker now.
Not very, very fluent as our Roxy.
Sí, mi español un poco. Sí, yeah.
You have a mouth of Spanish?
Yes, no, my Spanish is small, but I was meant to say my Spanish isn't that good. Do apologise. I'm going to do a wedding in Spain as well, which is going to be a bit of a laugh.
When is it again?
That's in May. It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. You know my famous Spanish phrase that got me all around Europe?
Oh my God, do tell us again for those who've not heard this
Hay una
fabulous phrase.
fiesta en mi boca, te vienes? Which means there's a party in my mouth, do you want to come?
Is it invitation only?
But I said it to somebody in Barcelona and I said, there's a party in my chicken, do you want to come? Because boca and chicken and
That's
mouth
right.
and chicken's very similar.
Polla and poca. So they're probably like, there's a party and a chicken. Fuck you, there's a hen. There's a whole party inside this hen.
There's a party in the chicken, come on.
Maybe the chicken was like smuggling coke. It was like, there is a party in the chicken. You want to come? And it's like, here, come on, there's a party in this chicken.
I ordered cock and not coke.
Sitting in the bar looking at this giant knob. Okay, but can I get a coke after it? Un Coca-Cola, por favor. I do have hola preciosa. Hola precosa. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Te gustaría ser nueva marido? Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Do you want to be my new wife?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I am doing bits and pieces for going away to the West and learning bits that I have to say. It's like,
so at the wedding there'll be English and Spanish speakers?
Spanish. I'll be a Duolingo motherfucker.
Yeah.
Never done that in my life before. It'll be a good laugh.
You'll have to call you Senorita Tumbledryer.
Sounds like a fucking Poundland version of a Tumbledryer. Have you tried the Senorita Tumbledryer? It'll burn all your clothes. I'm like, yes, I will. ¿A qué trabajas? What do you work as? ¿A qué trabajas?
I know, because the word for shoes is very similar to trabacas. It's something like
Shoes.
Capacas or something like that.
Rebajas means sale.
Oh, sale, that's what it is.
She's like,
oh my God.
I'm wearing my rebajas here, and the Spanish like, you're wearing your sales?
I've literally walked past and seen rebajas in a shoe shop. I'm like, oh, shoes.
Rebajas means a sale. And you're like, look at all them rebajas, they're gorgeous. Like, go say to some girl one day, you've got the most beautiful pair of rebajas I've ever seen. She's like, I have nice sales. Like, I don't have both. I don't understand. Have you ever watched Shirley Valentine?
Years ago.
Oh, I love your man on it going, I want to make fuck with you on my father's boat. It's an old film about a woman who goes from Liverpool out to Greece and
brilliant.
Gets bucked on about.
Yeah.
And so she does.
What was his name? Stavros, was it?
Stavros. It's like, alright, hello, wall. Remember, it's like, and for dinner it was egg and chips. And then the husband fucked the egg and chips at the wall. And she was like, I'm off to Greece. Greece.
I love this guy's sex.
I'm going to watch that tonight now after this. And like, post-record, I'm like, I'm going to Greece. And she sits on a wee table in a wee chair and has a glass of wine. See now, if you went to Greece, you would get fucking, some child would be over there going, what are you doing? Like, fuck off, wee bastard. I'm trying to have a moment here.
I'm actually planning to go to Greece this year. I might do a Shirley Valentine photo shoot.
You have to. I want you to take a nice wig.
Me just around Mykonos and all the gay bars dressed as Shirley Valentine. That would be
in a caftan. I want the caftan blowing in the wind. Like, it's like, oh look, Trudy's up there, usual fucking shit again.
Sure, my Stephen, he has your man's moustache anyway, so he can be in the background.
Right. You've heard it here first, folks. This summer, keep an eye out for it. It's going to happen on the island of Mykonos.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to do a couple of different places.
Oh, you're going to travel around the islands?
Yeah, like island, a cop for a couple of days.
Oh, instead of cock hop.
I'm Well,
makes a change. There's Tourmaline's getting a break. All them poor fellas at the Ritual. It's a lovely hotel now. Open door policy.
Purpose.
You said, God, we'll have to come back. See, this, we were about. I was like, how'd you get into drag? Now we're talking about going away on holiday.
I got into drag because I watched Shirley Valentine as a kid, and my whole drag career has been about leading to this moment.
Yes, that's exactly. That's I see everything.
I had a dream, and it's going to be complete this year.
When I turn 40, I want to sit on an old beach in a caftan and have a glass of wine.
I seen Shirley Valentine, and I was like, "That's the life for me."
And what age were you when you seen Shirley?
7.
You've waited all these years. Finally, you're going to become that.
Yep, the first step was dressing as Mel C from the Spice Girls, and it's been a slippery slope.
That's the obvious first step. You know, starts at Mel C, then goes to Shirley V.
Mel C to Shirley V. As for me, you'll see.
Slap me belly down and find it's all around. Slap me belly down. Sing a cigar. Fuck, we were writing music down here. Yeah. This is it. Fuck, we're in the studio, Elton John. Fuck her. Speaking of hers.
By the way, if I'm coughing and spluttering, it's because I'm on my vape.
Yes, she is indeed. That's a new way of saying she's on her period. I'm on my vape. I'm a strawberry crush.
I'm giving you ASMR.
I know. See now that they're banned in the UK, you'd be like, I'm smoking a vape down. That's for you to listen to. Pineapple punch.
I love all different types of flavours of vape.
Oh,
this one's dick. It's gorgeous.
I thought it was Frey Bentos pie, chicken and ham.
That's what I had for my lunch.
Chicken and ham.
Chicken and ham.
Chicken and ham. I'm bringing it back there. So yes, indeed. In all seriousness, how did you actually start drag?
So I've always, as a kid, like, dressed up. Yeah, anything that swished, I was there.
Men and all.
Men and all. Oh, she's got a swish. She's got
that chewing gum walk.
But no, I remember even as a kid, my mum had a dress that was hers whenever she was like a kid, and she had it in our hot press, and it was like this cobalt blue 1950s dress, right? And I remember seeing it and going, I need to try that on, but like from literally no age, right? And then
6 months, couldn't walk.
At one stage, I must have been about 5 or 6, and I climbed up the shelves of the hot press, popped the dress on, and ran down the stairs and landed at the top of halfway down the stairs and went, "Mummy, like it." She went, "Oh, that's lovely, son." And she just went on in making her lunch. And then I remember whenever I was one of my aunts took me to like a local church to like and it was a nursery daycare thing.
One of them good Rathcoole ones.
Yes,
church
and I went
daycare.
To the kitchen. Do you remember the old wooden kitchen she used to play with?
Can't beat it.
But there was a closing reel in it, and I exploded out of the kitchen door in a wedding dress, and everybody, all the Christians were like, "Oh." My aunt was like, "Oh, here, we'll give you something more appropriate." I was like, "This is appropriate in my brain," but
you actually got a mini skirt and a crop top. You're like, "No, that's better." They like that. No, that's good. Look at that fella's face now. He's dementia. He's actually smiling. And the creepy, like, look, we Gordy's gone there dancing like fuck.
Well, it always lovely legs.
Well.
No.
Oh,
no, and then so then when I grew up, and then I realised like I was gay, and I loved movies like Tu Wong Fu, Rocky Horror, all of that. Yes. So done a Rocky Horror because I was like performing and dancing and different things all my life, but done Rocky Horror for this one-off night thing, and that was the first was in drag. The first ever done drag as Trudy was in like 1999 in the old Parliament Bar.
Sound like Miley Cyrus in that podcast, like.
Oh yeah, the dog. That's talking about Rathcoole. Rathcoole accents coming back.
So how long have you been doing drag? I can't count.
25 years this year.
25.
It's mad because I've done like 20 years. Like I done my first like roast thing 5 years ago this year, which is insane.
That was fabulous night. That was
so good.
One of my favourite nights in a long time. Roasting bitches. It was good.
Well, the first one was everybody roasted me for like the 20th year of doing drag, whatever, and then we'd done it last year there where we all roasted each other.
That's right. I missed your first one because I didn't care at the time. No. I was away flying the world, as in UK and Spain. I was just jetting around Europe.
Should I flying off her tits?
Oh, well. For legal reasons, I was not off my tits, and I was working very hard in the skies. So yeah, the one where we did reach each other, reached The last one where we reached for each other was very good. It was showing our arm movement. We roasted each other. It was brilliant. The Black Box, such a good night. And you also had the night of the 1,000 Madonnas.
Yes.
Which was fabulous as well. I can just remember meeting
It's been nice.
Anita.
But then it wasn't funny that all these, like, because I'm a Madonna super fan, but it was funny to me that they're all these like, I don't really know that many Madonna songs. Boom. And then you started listening and you were like, I really don't know which ones to do, because there's
I know
the back catalogue.
Oh, she's everything, and she's still going. She can't be
But
beat.
the crowd that night and all were mad for it too. Like,
every time, I love a gig in the Black Box. They're always they're the best type of boxes.
Yeah.
But no, the Black Box in town's very good. They do a good space.
There's like should be more spaces like that though in the town. For like, you either have the Empire, the Mac, or a couple of other spaces. The Black Box, obviously, the one that I would gravitate towards. But like, the more options there is, the more, because see, even trying to get booked in to do that, like, you have to book months in advance.
That's right. And then anything you want else is then too big, because then you're like,
or too expensive.
Ulster Hall, and now I've done 2 shows in the Mac. Now, great, it was fantastic, but you pay for what you get. Like, I got one of those Britney Spears microphones for doing my stand-up, and I was fucking elated. It was very good.
What were you?
Fucking elated. I sounded like Professor Frink of The Sims, like, Flive and Gavin, oh my goodness, freaking Trudy Scumptious.
Fucking elated.
Fucking elated. It was wonderful. I just stood on stage.
Well, that's every gay person's on their bucket list. I want a Britney Spears head mic.
I think now for our Sunday nights at Union Street we should have Britney Spears mic pieces, although we'd go out the front and start talking about something and be like, oh, we're still mic'd.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, it'd be dangerous. So
it'd be like a plot twist in a bad documentary where they've got to have their mic on.
God, here, give it the bumper, will you? They think we're taking care of it. It's not. It's like somebody's like boosting us up to steal the drink, and like, Paletta.
Yeah.
So yeah, from then on you've just
so I started dancing. I was dancing in clubs for a dance agency called Tribal.
You were the M Club of all.
M Club. I was a dancer, and that's where I actually met Tina. She had said to me that night, "Oh, would you ever do drag?" And she hadn't been long doing drag then, a couple of years, but I had talked to all my gay friends, and I was like, we were all like, right, we're definitely doing drag. But I don't think the rest of them were on the same conversation as I think they meant, like, for Halloween, where in my brain I was like, had made the outfits, bought the wigs, I was doing makeup. I was actually practicing makeup, my mum's makeup in the house while she was away and shit.
Oh, she was ready.
Yeah, so I was like, I'd fully invested but hadn't even realised with myself. And then the next week, that was my audition for the M Club. Tina was asking me about this, and then the next week, because she was doing it on her own, so she needed another queen, so she asked me, and then she says, what would your drag name? And I straight away was like, Trudy Scumptious. So she already
had credit cards, not me. You're like,
I've moved house and done all my bills for Trudy Scumptious. But she
secret carrier, nobody knew how to go.
She said she knew that I was serious about it, because like she'd never met anybody else that had straight away come out with the answer, knew what they were doing, what, like, had it all planned. So then there I was, like, a week later in the Parliament doing my first like cabaret show in drag.
Boom.
Because there wasn't really drag cabaret in Belfast at that stage.
No, it was just bars,
hosting queens, bingo queens, but no like performing drag artists
or actual sit down show where you could actually sit and watch a show that goes on for a bit of time.
So and honestly, from the first time I'd done it, I loved it, and I didn't look back. It was just
because you couldn't, your neck wouldn't allow you.
No,
like, I can't see.
No, it's because lying on the bed with my legs in the air.
And that was only up until literally 32 minutes ago before this podcast just started. But yes, and now the first time I saw you was the Sunday Bingo show in Union Street.
Yeah,
I appeared in
many years ago was that.
Oh well, I've been doing drag now 14 years, so it would have been 14 and a half, because I was literally only met y'all and was like, can I take your pictures? I was a photographer. Fucking pervert with a camera. And then I was like, I want to do drag, and you were like, okay, let's go. And then
I think we all knew before you did.
Well, it was on the cards.
You can tell whenever there's a younger person about it, and if they're not in drag and they're asking or they're behaving a certain way, you're like, oh, she's got a taste of it.
I can spot it a mile away.
Out in the kitten heel very shortly.
Even me now that I'm an older guy, an older man. We're not called old men, we're called vintage holes. You can just tell sort of like, Dawn will be dancing in a couple of weeks, and then you sort of go, actually no, get you back into the cupboard again. No, baby, no.
You can't hold it back. You can't. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and they're going to be obsessed.
Oh, absolutely. But I do remember, I was like, oh my god, these girls are great. Look at them.
Well, I remember taking pictures. Yeah, I remember taking pictures, and I remember being in the audience and being like the front row as soon as you got, like, you were there every week. And I think it was Bonnie and I had chatted and said, you were upstairs taking pictures because you do like we photo shoot different things with us.
And I go get your pictures.
Bunny was upstairs, and I think me and Bunny were like, yeah, he's going to end up doing drag shortly.
And it happened.
Who did you say to first out of us?
It was Bunny, actually.
Yeah, I thought that.
God, she was great in Belfast. Moved it on.
Bunny's fabulous.
It's great. It's not doing drag anymore.
No, I don't think so. I mean, her Instagram's still live.
Bring back Bunny.
I love Bunbert.
3 B's, BBB, bring back Bunny.
Bring back Bunny. Justice for Bunny.
Justice for that waist. Yeah. Oh my God, 20.
Oh
what?
my God.
22-inch waist.
That's how I started into State of Masochism. I'm not joking. Bunny used to like get me to tire thing, but like
of course I know I was like, I'm not doing that strong enough.
But I realised quickly that because I was doing it really rough with like making it tight for her. Oh, I made it so tight because I was making it tight for her. She kept coming back because she really was dedicated to being like tiny. It's
very small waist.
But the clever thing was for her, she always like researched and knew that how to go up slowly and surely
and get smaller and smaller. She was very Dragoneer, 50s, very burlesque pin-up, and it was fabulous.
So clever
at the time. And whenever I wore corset, I thought it was the same, but I actually wasn't. I was just like a plastic bag being held by the centre full of water.
Well, back then I didn't need to wear a corset, but now that I should, I don't.
I know we're all built like lampposts back then.
It's the limited enough mobility. Like a lot of my stuff's clowning, so it gets in the way.
Oh God, yeah, right. Or I have big things, and it's like, for fuck's sake. You mean like in the way of what?
When you're performing, like
right, I meant like storage. Like, yeah, big
limited mobility and like you know.
Yeah, God, you come out in something. You're like, I can't bend down, touch things, or I can't do this. So whatever you'll be able to pass me out, fag. It's very awkward. You're like,
or if a nail pops up, you cannot pick it up off the floor.
That's why I don't wear nails. I've got these like stumps, I call them, and you cover them with rings. The ring's getting bigger as the week goes on, so just keep watching. By the end of the year, I will just
have nails like a pig.
They're not nails. Thank you. I was going to say, please don't call them nails. They're hooves. That is their pronoun. These are hooves. These are hooves. So at the moment now, you are Union Street Thursday nights. You are Micro Fun.
Micro Fun every
Sounds
Thursday.
like small penis time.
Yeah, like, I got a lot of people saying Micro Fun or Micro Pigs, Micro Penis, Microwave. I was like,
clickety click, Micro Fun.
So it says microphone, but it's fun,
and it's karaoke.
See what I did there?
You're blowing me out of water with a mark.
I'm a genius.
She's a fucking wizard, Harry.
But yes, so we do it every Thursday, and it's karaoke and crack and tunes, and myself and Elle sing some songs together. So it's live drag vocals.
LGBT, LMNOP, or Elle Vos?
Elle Voske. Or Eleanor, as I like to call it.
Did she get a full name?
She got a full name.
Oh, welcome, you've arrived.
Eleanor, you have
in
arrived.
In the Hall of Names instead of the Hall of Fame. Eleanor. Oh, I love that. That's good. It sounds like a wee old woman. Like, Eleanor, your dinner's ready. What about Becca Boots? What would her...
She's Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca. How did I not? Pauletta.
I bet you were the smartest in your class. Pauletta's full name's Paul.
Oh, just Paul. Right, okay. Let me hit Rusty.
Oh, I haven't got one for Rusty, actually.
She's just Rusty. Rustina, was there maybe once I've heard before?
Rustalina Begley, I think I call her.
That was just about to come out. That is right. The full like name and surname, like all out.
And Sassy gets Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. That's when we keep an eye on her. It's a Sasquatch.
If anybody has a name that's not of a name, I'll find something else.
Oh, 100%.
Or if they have a full title name like Victoria Secret, I just call Sticky as a Sticky Vicky.
Shout out to Victoria's Secret. She's just Sticky, is she?
She's Sticky.
Sticky.
In a broad Belfast accent, because she loves that.
What's wrong, girl? You alright? Do you want a chicken roll?
Sticky.
Sticky, gag. And so here... So you've also done Trudy's Drag Race in Union Street as well over the past couple of years. I entered it in the first year.
That's right.
With Pauletta.
Edda. Mm-hmm. And who else was in that year? Hannah.
Oh, yes.
And there was the Dolce sisters.
Yes, of course.
And I think it was Fifi Geisha too, was it?
I think so. God, it's been so long ago. Like, you're talking. Oof, that's whenever I was that alternative different girl.
Well, this is when your emo era with the blue asymmetric fringe.
Yes, that did appear on the last podcast with the lovely trousers as well that I had.
Oh yeah,
they were diabolical.
Your Drag Race pantaloons.
They were something else. That was when Drag Race first started. That year just started. I was like, I want checkerboard trousers. I need to fucking checked in. Never mind checkerboard.
I love a dodgy drag choice, as you can tell from last Thursday's picture. But like, do you know what? Get it wrong. Well, fuck it up.
I literally have always been. I used to always be like, it has to be this way. It has to be perfect. It has to be this. And I'm like, See, now I'm like, it doesn't have to be anything. It is a fucking dress up in a bar. There's these too many people now that listen to Drag Race and are like, oh, that heel's not high enough, that lash. I'm like, how about you suck my fucking dick through a letterbox? No.
Well, I just think like it's fashion, and a lot of the times over the years queer people have kind of led in fashion, so I think drag should be like pushing boundaries and trying new things.
I'm wearing a t-shirt as a pair of shorts.
Yes,
exactly.
Well, I did hand sew it myself. I didn't say it was the right choice, but it did.
Did you hear that, folks? It was ham sewed. On the inside of the lining was Denny slices, and dogs kept running at her. They're like, would you get back? I'm like, it's ham sewed.
And just to make a drag, a Swarovski crystal McCrocs.
That was a comfortable night then for you.
It was. Mama's old. She needs comfort sometimes.
Another drag
Also,
name.
I'm standing behind the DJ box. Nobody can fucking say.
Well, this is it. I always go, can these be seen? No. So slip on the... I used to wear a lovely slider with the fur. You know, my black ones I like to arrive to gigs in.
Yeah.
I used to wear those in a Saturday night DJ in Union Street. It was my favourite.
Did you ever find the other one?
Yes, I did actually. Yes, right. I found, and then I ordered another pair. It was buried underneath all of that stuff you see behind you.
But did you not have it with you in the Balmoral?
Oh, yes, sorry, it was found. Yes, someone.
In the Balmoral?
I shouted the Balmoral for finding this slider, as well as an old woman's bra from last week as well. Yes, somebody did say, is this yours? I'm like, that is indeed. I've been looking for that fucker. Do you ever lose things and don't even realise you've lost it? And somebody goes, "Do you lost this?" I'm like, "Fuck."
I never used to, but in recent years, definitely. And it really see if I prefer not to know, because if I know, I am demented till I find it.
Until you actually find it. There's times I would be staring and then get home and not realise until Friday. I'm like, I've lost the hairs. But then I'm like, oh no, wait, drunk mates come in, hung them up, organised them, brushed them, and put them up on a head.
Do you remember, speaking about losing shoes, do you remember the time Pauletta did a high kick in the Kremlin? Her shoe came off and it didn't come back down.
And it's still up there?
It's still up there this day. I don't think that the shoe actually flew off. I think it jumped because Pauletta's feet are fucking stinking. Shots fired.
I mentioned her hooves last week too. Like, she was like, when she arrived in Australia, and they were like, "Do you want me to wash your feet?" And he was like, "You don't want to touch these." I'm like, "Fucking right, you don't." Jesus Christ, the man run like fuck.
I want to touch them with a chainsaw.
I'm like, "Oh, what's this? Beauty for you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you." Oh.
Even though all those wee fish, imagine her putting their feet in the bowl of wee fish. You're like, "No, I'm not hungry."
I think I've had enough.
The Australian fish.
I've had enough. I don't mind anymore. Thank you. Or sure, like in France, when the bed bugs, I'm like, bonjour, bed bug. I'm like, hello. How did you get home here and nip the arse to me? Like, I am bed bug. Bonjour.
You're like,
I got here in backpack on the flight. Very nice.
Do you fly to Paris?
Yes, I do.
And do you freak out?
No, fuck, Jesus Christ, I touch no surfaces. Fuck.
Well, see, but they say that they can come in through like
the back door and
take your clothes off in the middle of the night.
Hello, I'm a bed bug. I'm like, come on in.
So I went to Madonna in November, obviously, and whenever that was all kicking off.
Yes, that's right.
And I was like riddled with anxiety.
Slapping a body bag.
Pretty much. No, but I read that it's a tea tree or something like that, and I had bought this
tea tree legs tantrum.
tea tree legs tantrum. But this, I think it was tea tree oil, and it was like pure strength essential oil.
Keeps them away.
Slathered myself in that.
It was actually lube. Just sliding up the bed, and all like found on the floor in the morning.
Oh, I filmed this, man. I don't know how that happened.
I thought you were a bed bug, mister. I'm a bed bug, motherfucker. Where the fuck that man come from? He's in France. The characters just fall out of me. Like, shite.
I know, that's what me and Edda say. Like, for all the voices in your head, you are international.
Oh God, international woman. They come from everywhere and anywhere. I don't know. There's times I'm walking about the house and I'm just doing, you do your own cooking. I'm like, so what you have to do now is take the onion and cut it up, and then your capsicum, otherwise known as a bell pepper. I love it. Or I always watch ones in Indian. They're like, a dig capsicum. I'm like, love that word capsicum. I'm like,
what? Did I though? Did capsicum?
Did I? Shake it, titsy.
But do you ever get a phrase and you've genuinely no idea where it comes from?
Oh, loads. Like, just
there's one in my brain now and I've totally forgotten it, but I pretty much say it on the daily 3 times a day.
Like, welcome to our country. This is electricity. To anybody that's outside of Belfast, if you're from Lisburn, you're fucked. She's getting you. She'll get you.
The electricity 1 2.
1 2. 1 2. I love that. But there's so many things. There's even things I say. You're like, no, I'm not taking a drink. I'm like, oh God, it's not even words. I'm like, God.
Did you talk about me not drinking?
No, God, when Trudy doesn't drink, she actually says, look, I'm not drinking today, but I'll have a fucking ginger ale. Instead of a vodka. The backstory
to this is I was really hungover and somebody told me to drink ginger ale so I wouldn't be sick feeling.
No.
So they went in and they weren't taking no for an answer, and Al says, right, I'll have a fucking ginger ale. So now they just tell everyone if I'm not drinking,
it's a fucking ginger ale. And then I was like, do you want some bookish? Like, alright, it might help me.
I'll try one.
I'll try one. It might help.
It is an aperitif anyway.
Do you remember the night during the bingo? Like, we were calling the numbers. We took 10 shots in a row. And I can still remember getting home that night.
Well, that's the plot twist.
Well, but maybe that was the undressing night. I don't remember.
Can I say also that it wasn't us that bought them? No, customers collectively decided to fuck with us, and they fucked with us.
Especially Sam Zisk.
Yeah. So somebody kept sending over shots, and I was like, cut him off because he keeps buying his shots as soon as we took one. And then other customers found out that this was a gag, so they decided to. We were literally on stage, and they were sending over like trays of shots.
Every ball we called like to anyone. Another shot. Oh, I was Jägermeister. She was Sambuca. So yeah, you can sort of guarantee where the fuck did that go. Places.
Giving myself diabetes. Fuck's sake.
Fuck, jeez, I got sugar shaking like a fucking shaking like a dog's dick in the wind. Like,
and then the cheek the next day when I'm hungover, I've cheek to blame the Diet Coke. Oh, it was the Diet Coke.
No. My dad beat it. Diabetes. What has? Fucking terrible. So Trudy, I want to play a wee game with you here as well. It is okay. When I hear your responses to this here. So, what do you think of Rishi Sunak? No, fuck that.
Oh Jesus, don't. We haven't got time.
We actually have to. Well, we could be here all day. Somebody already texted me earlier after listening to the first episode. And we're like, "When's the next one? Is it not tomorrow?" I was like, "No, it's a week." They're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Do you want more already?" I'm like, "Hold on."
Sign up to my Patreon.
Patreon. Some fella from down south.
Oh my God, that'd be a good drag queen name.
Patreon. Oh my God, and you just give her money. She doesn't do a free gig at all. She's like, I'm Patreon.
No, she shows up and just walks around, and you have to sign up to then watch her performances.
Oh my God. I need to say that I'm here for it. If there's anybody out there that's going to listen to this and wants to do drag, please get in touch. We will set you up with your payment link. We'll get you even a card machine.
Also, we want 50% because it's our idea.
100%. You're just the body that we're using. The vessel. You're the vessel for these plans.
We are momators.
We're also going to take another short ad break in the show. We'll bring you some details of what shit we're up to in the next wee while, and we'll speak to you in a second.
The perfect Sunday afternoon out at the Balmoral Hotel, Belfast, featuring the fabulous drag brunch bunch with Roxy Tumble-Dryer, Pauletta Stiletta, and Trudy Scumptious. Expect a drag-filled, fun-packed afternoon full of fabulous drag, lots of comedy, and, of course, fabulous giveaways as well. Grab your tickets now at the Balmoral Hotel socials, and we will see you there.
Welcome back to the Laundry Room podcast with myself, Roxy Tumble-Dryer, and I'm here with Trudy Scumptious. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that little ad break as well.
Do you have ad breaks?
No. We are,
what ads do you have?
Adam and Eve.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yes,
you're just manifesting that shit, aren't you?
We're manifesting.
Anybody that wants to supply ad breaks in Roxy's podcast,
if you would like to advertise anything, maybe you do brows, maybe you wax arses,
maybe you do men, whatever,
anything at all. If you want to advertise your services, we've got our ad breaks, and of course we could even be in the middle of it. It could be like, so anyway, Trudy, tell me about, have you ever tried waxing your hole? Well, why not try out Hole Wax by Belfast's leading hole spacer, where Trudy Scumptious will use a lollipop she's just sucked from a poly pineapple to slather on the wax on your hairy hole.
Were you recording me?
Have I rumbled?
How did you know about that?
It's on Dragon's Den next season with Sticks. So Deborah Meaden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rim my arse clean, and then don't give away any of your ideas.
No,
fuck.
Say nothing.
Say nothing. So in this last section, I'd like to get you with a few of our fabulous. Who's our? It's me, Meg. questions. It's called the wrong answer game, so all you have to simply do is give me the first answer comes to your head. It has to be the wrong answer as well.
I'm terrified.
Yes, I know. It's just catching you off guard.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
No, but okay, go for it.
All right. Name a makeup brand that you use.
Mac.
That's the truth.
I don't use Mac.
I do.
I don't. Not anymore.
You'll get a Mac round the bake if you're not careful.
I cancelled her.
Did you cancel Mac?
Yes. No, I didn't cancel her. I just don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it anymore?
Well, I tell a lie. I do use some of their colour items, but generally I don't use anything else.
I haven't used it in years, would be.
See?
One for me.
It's an urban myth at this stage.
It is. Remember, it was the thing, you have to have Mac. I'm like...
Do you know what I definitely don't use? Benefit.
Fuck, I wouldn't do a Benefit for nothing.
It's just...
It's shit.
Meh.
Benefit Cosmetics.
It's not built for stage. It's not built for anybody, let's be honest. But
slips off like some woman. I was gorgeous, left out. Whoop, the wind blew it off. I'm like, oh no.
And it's that Benny tent thing. Like, what is its purpose in life other than to stain your cheeks and make you look like you've got high blood pressure? I just
from a woman. She's wearing Benny Tent and Benny Dorn. And the woman is fucked. That was the state of her.
She's just a lobster. That's it. I think I need more Benny Tent. No, love, you're sunburned.
Your two claws trying to reach for a drink. That's the sound of claws, by the way. I don't know what they sound. She
hasn't got the budget for sound effects yet.
You wait, I will have them for next time. I'm like, we need lobster sounds.
Lobster sounds.
Alright, so here's your next question. Name a cheese that starts with the letter F.
From under.
From where?
The foreskin.
I'm sorry. Trudy will be releasing her own brand of cheese as well this year.
Apologies to anybody at no dinner.
Oh, come on. I love listening to podcasts while eating lunch. Somebody's there with like a cheese board. I'm suddenly not interested anymore.
If you are eating a cheese board next time, invite me because I love cheese.
Exactly. Fuck, I love a cheese board. Oh, we go off on another tangent for an hour here, but
see, if somebody told me you can lose your left arm or never have cheese again, I would still lose my left arm.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
That's not your dominant arm. You're not a lefty.
It's ancient anyway. Get rid of it.
You don't need it. Right, no. Take it, but I want cheese.
Give me the cheese.
You're like Henry VIII getting something chopped off because he wants to keep eating. Like, I want to keep eating cheese. Take the leg. Like, okay. You're like, no need the legs for doing the.
He got gout from eating too much cheese.
Fucking right, he did. Dirty big bastard.
Do you not think gout's a funny word in Belfast?
Gout.
Gout the fuck.
Gout the fuck. I don't have gout. I'm like, you do. You don't have fucking legs, you big bastard. Oh, I love gout. I love gout.
I laughed. Gout.
I do enjoy a bout of gout. I love that. See, you have a bout of gout. I'm like, oh, will you have a Benevitine? Sorry, doctor, I thought it was rhyming games. Here's your next one. What is the name of the first drag queen you ever saw? Remember
RuPaul.
RuPaul. You never see her.
That's shade.
Old bitch. Finish the lyric. We're running up that hill.
We're having a gag.
We're having a gang bang. We're having a ball. Which politician was caught getting a handy in a public toilet?
I'm with him.
Sounds believable. She actually thought it was a handy sandwich. And
she puts the N in Andy.
Remember her in Big Brother? Don't tell big bastard.
I know. She was on with Courtney Act, wasn't she?
That's right. God, I met her in person when she came to Bimbox. She's all the size of nothing.
I was Courtney Act, and Edda is Hamilton, trying not to show how much she hates me.
Yeah, we're friends. Okay. And your last question of this game is: who's got the hairiest muff?
Oh, in all the land?
All of the land.
I would say.
In your face right now, it's brilliant.
Julie Walters. I have no idea why, but there we go.
Julie Walters, there you go. That's the second time she's made an appearance on this as well.
Oh, serious?
Last week I asked Pauletta name something, and he went Julie Walters. I mean Julie Andrews. I mean who the fuck's Julie Walters? And I said, I don't know. And he went, she's from the Shankill.
And his son's called Walter Walters.
See, I'm Julie Walters, my next guest. I'm like, so tell me. Well, there's another one that always gets me is grinder names. I do love. There was one I seen last night which made me think it was called Oral Fun, and I'm like, makes me think of like a French class. I'm like, hello, welcome to Oral Fun. Today we do bonjour. I want the cheese from under.
Is that Oral Fun? Maybe that's Mr. Bedbug.
Mr. Bitbug, hello.
Around the area.
I am oral fun. Oral. Oh yeah, take the microphone away and go, bonjour, bienvenue à bord, oral. When I do those French, I was like, excuse me, is that the one me? I'm like, Stephen Hawking? No, it's just a man looking to get a seat. I'm like,
Did you see the comments that people were doing on Instagram whenever that list came out and they were trying to tie him into it? But somebody wrote that, what do you call that song that's in his voice that goes,
oh, touch me and then just touch me until I get my satisfaction.
No context, just wrote the lyrics of the song, and I heard it in my head and howled. Well, that's a sin, like, but I did laugh.
As I said before, you just unplug him. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Fuck off.
I know, the internet running awry again.
God, I can't wait till this list comes out just for a bit of crack, just to see what happens.
But like,
you're on it. You heard there was cheese parties. You're like, I'm on the way.
I'm only on Santa's list.
And the payroll for local bars in the town.
Yes. I don't know, like, obviously there's just so much more to it, but like, I'm sure the people that were covering up are covering themselves up because they got money, honey.
They got the money. And I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes forth. Maybe somebody will be on the podcast. Who knows? Yeah. I'm like, so here, you watching, kids?
Tell us everything you know about
Jeremy Beadle. He had a small
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. Tell me something you know about. Tell me everything you know about Jeffrey from Toys R Us. He's into it as well.
And your next game you're playing with someone, just say Jeffrey and then see if it's finished.
See what appears. What comes after that. I'm like, Jeffrey, there's millions of
just Jeffrey. To set them up, if you say Jeffrey and they say Epstein, say, so you're on the list.
You on the list? You listen? You listen to the left. So Trudy, tell us before we all go to our beds.
Yes.
For forever. Sounds really dark. What is coming up? What's in the plans? What's in the future?
So obviously you can find me on Thursdays and Sundays in Union Street. We have our Tipsy Bird brunches. We have the Balmoral brunches.
Oh,
I'm doing different private parties and things.
How private?
Private. Well, not touch your privates, but private enough. But it's my private investigation agency I'm opening. Yeah.
She calls it a party, but it's actually looking for people that just like long lost families. And like, I lost my mum, and you're like, she's dead. And I don't know why it's a gravelly Scottish accent either, but it is.
There we go.
She's dead.
But I'm thinking of doing another Night of 1,000. Soon.
Oh, 1,000 who's? Oh, actually, that's not telling you.
Yes. If you have options, write them in the comments.
Night of 1,000 Rose Wests.
No.
It could be so many different looks. Night of 1,000 Shimolas. You're
liars and cakes everywhere.
Oh, don't it be him in the long hair era, short hair, getting heckled in the showroom out of my car. Oh God, fabulous. So yes, Thursday nights Union Street.
Thursday nights in Union Street, Sundays in Union Street. Look out for our brunches, the Drag Brunch Bunch.
Oh, yes, I do love our brunches. Now I must say they are a great day. We're in the Balmoral Hotel, Tipsy Bird, Newry.
Yes,
a town coming to you soon.
Yes,
anywhere at all.
We're like the Priscilla girls on the back of my car.
We are travelling around and go, well, what's this then? You can't have anything.
But what's it not like? Because if we're going to a venue and we're travelling, we'll all have our faces painted in like our tights undergarments.
In a tracksuit.
But like in tracksuits, Crocs, like the whole illusion is ruined if you see us coming in because you've seen everything that goes behind it.
My favourite part is Dandered down Newry after parking the car, flying past fire tucks, they're all eating chicken looking out, and then that child that heckled you.
Oh my God. No, I was up on the balcony in this thing. In Newry they have this like balcony thing, so I was outside having a vape, and this child was on the far end of the car, hanging, her whole body hanging out of the car, to shout up to me and call me a fucking fruit.
Truth.
And it was just gut reaction. I just shouted down, "Fuck up, you wee fat bastard!" And it came flying out of me because I was like, oh my, like, you really went out of your way to give a homophobic slur. So anyway,
I think the next time we go there we're going to have a bucket of water balloons on that, and they go, yeah, what I gotta say.
yeah. At least pay to come and see us before you give us abuse.
Exactly. Fuck's sake, come in and give abuse, or don't sit in the front row and look like you're raging.
Do you remember when we were walking down after in our Crocs and all and we were walking past Friar Tuck's, and there was like Bette Midler in the movie Stella, was just standing outside watching everybody eat. We had to come down to go to another gig. We didn't have time. We were like, oh, look at the burger and all.
Look at that gravy. Oh my god, I love a Friar Tuck.
I haven't had one.
The only reason to go down to the country, Banbridge is one of our closest.
Right.
And then Newry is Newry Nyuk.
If Friar Tucks are listening, if you want to get a sponsored ad,
you could get a section in this podcast.
You don't have to pay, you just supply us with chicken burgers and coleslaw.
That's it. And I'll take a couple of old specials where it's chips.
What would you recommend?
Oh god, everything.
Oh, is it all good?
It's kind of like when you go to Dublin, you have to go into them centres and get a hot chicken roll. Oh, I love them. I used to go down to Dublin years ago. I was doing Davina's show on a Thursday and used to finish up and go, before I go to the bus station, I'll get this hot chicken roll. Edit in the bus like a fat bitch.
I used to love going to the gay bar after
Gay Bar
George, and I would just buy the place out because I had a couple of drinks, so I was starving this stage.
And you have that 2.5 bus journey, so you need something to do. 2.5 bus journey.
2.5
hour bus journey.
You're good at math.
I'm quite good. I'm good at talking.
The math ain't math.
The speeching.
But I remember one time, I would hear this, I was the only person on the bus, and I needed to pay. I paid before I left, and about half an hour we got past the airport and we were on the motorway, and I went down to the bus driver and said, I really need to pay, and he went, should have went before you left. Bitch. And then I got it into my head that he wanted me to pay
in front of him,
so that I'd have to pay
a fine,
right? A fine or whatever. So trust me, I should be on some sort of like psychological warfare game, because I convinced myself not to pay. I was ready, like
making eye contact in the mirror.
I got the whole way to Belfast, hadn't paid, and when I got to outside Europa, it wasn't open. So then decided I'll walk through town, a cafe somewhere will be open, right? Nothing. Then thought I could pay in an alleyway. Every alleyway I went down, somebody was driving up, but
somebody's got fingers. You're like, for fuck's sake.
I was living in East Belfast, so I walked from Europa the whole way over to East Belfast, and by the get into the house, like even at the door and all, I was like, I need to go, what's going to happen. Got to the toilet and I actually couldn't pay. I think I psychologically
closed yourself up
myself that I couldn't pay, and then I had to stand there for literally 10 minutes going, pay, turned to the water tap and all, and it was actually sore. Do you know when it's sore?
Oh god, you get that sugar puff piss as well.
Yeah. Oh no.
We talked about that last week. I'm just keeping you informed of things.
Just triggering me on childhood trauma. Sugar puff pee is stinking.
No, but then it makes me want sugar puffs, but they're not as good as they were. They aren't as sugary or puffy.
I could never eat a sugar puff.
Since you're like those people that love pish. They're like, sugar puffs every week. They're gorgeous.
No piss play around here, please. No, but also I think it's probably because it was called puff.
Oh, triggered.
Do you know what I was called too?
What?
And it was a whole thing on TikTok recently. Fruit of the Loom. And I used to get, because my mummy, we couldn't afford much, she used to buy me Fruit of the Loom. So all my tracksuits and all my mates used to call me Fruit of the Room.
Fruit of the Room? Did you have your cornucopia?
Yes.
Of men?
I do think, because I seen the thing about it, and I was like, no, it definitely had a cornucopia.
Definitely had a cornucopia, the little basket or whatever. It looked like a basket, but
did you see that somebody's on the case about it to try and figure out if that's been for legal reasons or something?
A Mandela effect in 2024. Yeah. It's always this weird voice on TikTok.
If it's just advertising, it's genius.
I'm like, change it and everybody's talking about it, and like, well, there you go, well done. Everybody's on talking about Fruit of the Loom now, and I now want a jumper with a wee fruit on it.
Yeah. Actually, your podcast next week's going to be called Roxy's Laundry Loom. Just to see if anybody notices.
Did you hear my pen writing this down? Perfect. That's it, sorted now. Thank you, Trudy, for all those business ideas, drag queen names and everything.
Delighted. Thank you very much for having it. I'm delighted you're doing it.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for coming on and joining me. I've got loads more lined up, loads more bad bitches.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the juicy gossip from it all.
Rusty Hinges lined up. I've got Robert Brown.
Oh, Roberto.
I know. But in the meantime, let's give it up for Trudy Scumptious.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of The Laundry Room. We will be back again next week with lots more crack and banter. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.